So, hello everyone, I'm here to Time for Fruit Basket episode 23, right? Season 2, coming to an end here soon. I think so, this right. And today, I think it's gonna be the whole Cinderella, right, theater play and so on. And what I hope then, seeing how they rewrote everything, is that Toro's gonna be like the good stepmom or something, you know? Yeah, they rewrote the evil stepsister or evil stepmom, whatever, right? So I guess to fit the characters, right? So I guess it's gonna be like Toro's gonna be a nice stepmom or something, and the daughter, right? She's gonna be the mean girl or something. I don't know. I hope it's gonna be some kind of crazy story, right? But anyway, let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh yeah, so the young ones are there. Yeah, onee-chan's play exactly. It's like onee-chan. Yeah, so they're gonna be, you know, she coming all happy. She wanna see Toro onee-chan. Hiro-chan, it's gonna be cute, yeah. He's all cute and happy. She wanna see Toro in her play. Yeah, how cute Gadjin-chan, yeah. Yeah, 30 annual festival there. Oh, it's a brother. No, yeah, it's been there for a Ja! I've skipped open because I credits now during the start here. He's gonna tape everything. Yeah, he's the guy with he's too genki too. Yeah, I need to be a man and not be too angry. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, it's the brother. Oh, his own camera, nice. Yeah, he's sitting here to record his Cinderella sister. Yeah. He no presence. It's a kind of ghost. They're just skipping openings. There might be a very heavy episode here with storyline. Yeah, because yeah, they're giving all the credits now here, so. Very much likely so, right? No opening. Yeah, Cinderella-ish. It's kind of like Cinderella. Here we go. Yeah, he's even the technical title. It's kind of Cinderella. That would have been a good opening moment, though. But whatever, yeah. It's kind of like Cinderella. Okay, yeah, Cinderella-ish. But is she gonna be mean then? No, okay. Stepmother and sister are still evil. But I think they rewrote that, so Toro's gonna be a good guy. Here we go, she's gonna be all... Man. There she is. Toro's gonna try... Toro-chan! Come on! Yeah. Evil stepsister Toro. Can she do it? But she can definitely be evil. As saw last week, she's a very good evil one. She's gonna hate you, yeah! Yeah, she's played this. But you gotta kiss the prince though, yeah. She's very good at playing angry. Yeah, that's... No, but... Yeah, but Toro is just playing her friend. Like, I like she's playing really angry at her, yeah. Oh, det är samma! Oh, my Toro! What is this? Okay, so the story is now to save her sister, Toro. That's the new story here, I guess. Yeah, her true love, Toro. Yeah. So I guess he'll probably end up kissing Toro then instead of kissing the prince, I guess. And it's gonna be the... fairy god man or something, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it was like Yun! Yeah. Exactly, everyone's like, oh my god! Oh, she's so pretty! Oh my god! Yeah, so the fairy godmother, of course, is a pretty boy. Of course. Kill them all! Yeah. Can you just cinder? Yeah. But I like it, yeah. Just burn it down. Kill them all. What's... But here's the mouse. I want to see the Cinderella Disney version, right? With all the magical mouses and so on, and birds singing. They need to have a singing number, yeah. And this is singing now, that's what I need. Right? Am I the only one? I need that, you know, I need that. Instead it's just fairy godmother magic, yeah, I guess. I wanna see them sing, I wanna see them, you know, yeah, I wanna see them steal a little, some siege, right? We always had every Christmas, right, we have that, you know, they're running around with their marbles and stealing stuff and so on, yeah. Making the, I guess, the pumpkin ride, yeah. Who's playing the horse? Who's the... Is it the Isekai? Yeah, it was Isekai quarter, they're all playing the horse ride, yeah, and Ram is that playing Cinderella, but yeah. But she's not perfect, so yeah. Shut up, yeah. That's why you are. Have you no shame? Yeah, I like it here. Like, yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, that's why you're a deal. But yeah, the priest is a mean boy that hates everyone. Okay. I know it's Taurus. Please excuse me! I'm sorry! No! He refused that! He refused! No! I want to fish her! Here she comes. In her perfect black dress, yeah. Yeah, exactly. One person that liked it in the yeah. Not very popular, oh. No! I like how the dad's like, he fell in love with her! No, I want to! I don't have to! Yeah, I like how he's like proposing to like her. I don't want to! I don't like to date her! I don't want to! Nice! It's like, yeah! Do it! It's like, no. Ha! Ha! See that ram? I feature a ram. Ha! He's fighting with the narrator. Actually, why is she doing this thing? Why is she making her? Oh my god, oh, this is the best Cinderella ever. Ask for meat instead. Can I have some meat? Okay, very well. Ja. And they fell in love or something. Just like he finally just leaving. Here's a school. Yeah, they shouldn't supposed to like drop the shoe though. She just gave him the shoe. Take the shoe and leave. Yeah, what? Yeah, this is the greatest Cinderella ever. Well, I mean, it's a quarter though. I mean, they had the whole kiss in there. Yeah, they had the twin stuff. Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to find her. Yeah, what a chance. Okay, she's thinking about her, man. Clearly she is. Clearly best girl is. She's like, I want to meet my man. Yeah. Maybe he's there. I don't think so, but yeah, she's thinking about the course, her rooster there. Yeah. The sister though, right? Toru. I don't think he's really playing his role very good. He's kind of there. Yeah, he's kind of, you have to go over there now. I don't want to. He's not really playing, I feel, at all. He's just like angry. He's the worst actor ever. He's not even pretending to be... Oh, could have fitted Toru there. That would be interesting. No, but Toru's like, no, but my sister. Don't say. But come on, it would be good if she fit instead. I kind of want the Toru to fit, you know, to be the shoe and be the changing the storyline so they can get happy together, right? It's also eating too. Okay, they've been bringing him food here. Something they're like, yeah, I want food here. Yeah, it's very important for them to eat all the time. Yeah, she's Eating again. Yeah, what's she eating all the time for? I don't know what she's eating all the time for. Yeah, take my sister instead. Your sister? Oh no! So they're going with it, I feel there. That me? With my sister is much better. Yeah, so they're really going for this, kinda, I guess. Oh, nice. She's really like, be honest, you do love her. Yeah, she's playing for it. Come on, you love Toru. Admit it! Oh, burn. Locked in the castle, yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa. It's even... I mean, she just doesn't know, right? But it's kind of like... Oh, yeah, he's gonna accept the challenge here and talk about his... And then Toru's like, well, I love you. Yeah, this is really weird now because they're like playing their own life here. This is amazing acting here, really. Yeah. Ooh. And everyone is like, is this part of the play or is there in love? Yeah. Is he finally gonna say it? Because Union, okay. My loyal servant. She's so mean. Yeah, that's my slave. It's like, what? I want my sister to marry the prince. Okay, she wants to run a food store with... Yeah, I want to run a food store with my sister. Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah. You have to marry yourself, okay. Yuki-kun! I love hearing him in the background here. Yuki! Yeah, like, Yuki-kun, I love you! He's like... Yeah, he's the president team there, yeah. Yeah, she could live happily with her food store and just make money forever. I told you, it's Cinderella-ish. Yeah. It's like, this is the worst acting ever, yeah. Oh yeah, he's gonna show his ripped abs for everyone. Oh yeah. Oh no, Sisho! Yeah. Thinking here of my boy. It's like, no, Sisho! she's giving him, you know, she's like, he's a great boy, yeah. Thank you, Kyo-kun, yeah, but he's getting compliments. Yeah. What? Who but? Okay, he betrayed him. Okay, so parents like, yeah, that's my boy. Gonna meet a girl, right? Yeah, gonna meet a little young girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't care about it. He's so little cat in Sundra. I mean, I don't know what she is. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, it's not my problem. Yeah, come on. The poor cat. Is he finally gonna admit he loves her? I mean, it's quite obvious for the rest of us. Question is, will she meet her man again? Yeah, will onee-chan, best girl, will she meet her love? That's the bigger question. Yeah, because she was like, "Where's my man?" She was like, "It's horrible not seeing the one you love." Yeah, she had a little moment there. Usha had a little angry moment there. I mean, he might be here, and I don't think so, right? But you know, almost every other soul might here, right? So has to be a scene when she meets him again, definitely. A little bit cute though. Yeah, I know that voice, little cutie Moto-chan. Yeah. What's a cat doing there? No, but no, my sister! Lost her sister immediately, yeah, to a cat. Yeah, yeah, she was like, big sister, cat! Yeah, it's a cat, big sister, there's a cat! Yeah, I'm so amazing, you can't allow how he's so... Yeah, I knew it, yeah! You gotta respect him how he's so... I knew it, all of it! Yeah. Like, I'm almost more worried about her love life than Twater's, right? At this point. I need that closure with Ushan. But I love that she immediately left Twater for the cat. Yeah, the cat mascot figure was... it was way more important. You go Nisha! A cat! Immediately, she's like... Forgot about it. I love it. Hey, oh, it was good, yeah. She was like, look at this cat guy! Cat mascot, my favorite cat mascot. Yeah. Ooh, it makes Rain sad. Ooh. Well, I wasn't exactly why, but... I mean, he saw her at the, you know, at the estate. So, did you meet Rin? You love it, Rin? Tried to steal my girl? Yeah. No, I'm in love with that girl, right? Let's go, Kisa! Rin? Let's go, Kisa! I was like, Oh, she doesn't know that? Doesn't she? What? She didn't know, though. Oh, yeah, okay, she didn't know. Kisa didn't know. But Torres know, what? Yun! You were so good! Yeah. But I love this guy because he's that realistic. You know, he's the guy that's like, follow the rules, yeah. He's that angry guy that is like, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me? Yeah, he's this guy. I feel sorry for him. He's super angry, but I feel sorry for him, right? In a sense, but it's... Yeah, it's like, God damn, that did... Why does... Oh, back to Machi. Are they finally gonna resolve her story? Because... Yeah, they never really solving that with her family, right? While eating. It's a lot of eating this episode. I am eating while patrolling, yeah, it's like, come on. Nah, maybe it does. Depends, right? But she's quite a tough cooker. She's gonna be like, I don't care about you guys. So we are trying to ignore them. Okay, he's like, yeah, we can't give her... He has to learn to fight for herself, I guess. I guess is the point. The doctor's not falling, guys. What a weirdo. Okay, sorry. It's like, what? Yeah. So like, you didn't mean you were. Oh, it's always about Yuki. Yuki. Yeah, it's always about him. He's a magnet to all the angry girls in school, right? Nice. He's gonna insult him instead. Oh no! He seems lonely. Yeah, he's a lonely boy with no friends. It's like what? Yeah, he's solitude. Yeah. Yeah, he's living in that. So is she Yoon's end girl? I don't know. I mean, he kind of building up her because she helped him at the. She kind of made him. She saved him from that. Being locked into the wasn't the classroom, but like the I don't know inventory room, whatever, right? Oh, they need a Yun photos, right? She's already running. Yeah, that is a good girl. Yeah, they're like, what? She's like, already start running. He's like, no complaints. Just I have to get it first. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, she was like, I got there first. But they're kind of building her up as his young girl, maybe, right? Because she said him there. She's understanding he's living in that typical. You could argue it's a bad translation, perhaps, but there's a difference between being, solitude and being lonely. Right? He's in solitude. He's surrounded by people, but no one understands him, kind of like that. Yeah, so he's like alone, even though he's not physically alone. This is a solitude issue more. Yeah, I can relate to. Yeah, but yeah, it's more like that, right? Oh, Toru. It's not her, probably. Okay, well, god damn it. I was hoping it would be someone else. It's gonna be all embarrassing himself. He's gonna sit in her back there. Oh yeah, it's a date there. Yeah, the cute. Oh no! Yeah, it's like, oh, this thing you said that was fun. Cute coon. Yeah, it's a little bit like, yeah. A little bit of that awkwardness. It was like, hey, yeah, and you said, yeah. Ooh, interesting. This thing is in Shishim. Oh, that's ending. Yeah, so you can. She's falling for the cat. Yeah. But interesting, the episode again kind of points to, I think the biggest thing from our romance aspect, right, is they're building up Machi as Yuki's love, perhaps. I mean, they have like Pink Ranger and so on. Yeah, Yun. Yeah, we have the other girls around him, right? But it kind of builds her up even more there because she understands him that he's living in solitude. I can make a long video about that, being in solitude. No, but definitely I can relate to that. Having friends or whatever, or not having friends. But feeling that no one understands you, like that's like my life. No one understands me. No, but seriously, without joking, definitely. That's something I felt my whole life, right? It doesn't matter if I meet other people; they can't understand, they can't relate to me, and we usually can't speak the same language. I mean, I don't mean English. I mean another level of language, right? In a sense, that's usually how I feel, right? I can't even communicate to people in that sense. If I talk to people actually, right? And it's interesting because when I apply for jobs or whatever. During Corona, no, but stuff like that, I can immediately realize when someone doesn't understand what I'm talking about. And I mean technical stuff now, like engineering, so but I can immediately know, talk to HR especially, but we're not even talking on the same like level of I don't know, and that feels very lonely, like I say. But that's but that's solitude more than loneliness. You feel very isolated because it's like you can't talk to anyone, like no one can understand what you're saying. I'm thinking of a good example now, but okay. For example, let's say an interview though, but still. So I had an interview. When was that? Like March this year. It's the beginning of Corona, right? It's the beginning of Corona, and I had some interview or something, consulting. No, it was interview. Wasn't usually I do a lot of consulting, so I have to have a lot of meetings, people, and so on. Like I have right now, working with an American company. With that, but anyway, so I had a meeting with a woman, and she was some HR person or some big company in this country. And I just immediately know that had the weird solitude feeling, like a solitude from technology feeling, where I talk to her and I just immediately, oh, she doesn't listen to me. Like, yeah, you know, like you talk to her and you immediately, it's like, she's not hearing a word I'm saying, right? So that makes you feel very lonely because you're like, okay, I'm talking here to myself. Like, now, but kind of talking, and the other person next to you is like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, yeah, yeah. So even if you're surrounded by people, you're like, nah, I still feel lonely because no one is understanding nor listening to what I'm saying, right? But that was a really weird feeling because obviously something I'm used to in my life, but with her it was really strange because we had like an hour interview, and it's like if the first 5 minutes, at max, probably the first minute, honestly, I'm immediately aware that she's not listening to anything I'm saying. Like she can't understand how I'm explaining this stuff or this thing or this. So in that case, those are different though because it happens to me even more so, right? When I talk to people it's like a difference between, you know, like, okay, I work for this thing and this person's kind of middle person right between their actual. How would I explain it? Basically, let's say they need, you know, a person to do X, right? You know, and I'm very good at X, right? But to get the X job or the consulting gig or whatever it is, I need to first talk to a person that it actually is working, not even in Y, but like an A, like an HR. Yeah, well, like an A, and this person has no idea how people actually work. So I'm sitting there trying to explain to them, oh, this thing, and this, and this, and this thing, and I can immediately see that this person doesn't understand what I'm saying at all. So in that case, it's very easily happening when you meet this, yeah, especially old people. But anyway, the whole feeling of being lonely, yeah, definitely. It's a very interesting feeling. So I can definitely relate. It's a very interesting feeling there where you have. I'm going back to the episode here. There we go. Yeah. So it's a very interesting feeling when you have this moment where. How would I say it, right? I mean, I obviously I compared it to a job thing there, and that, as I mentioned, I think in that situation is very, very common because you're trying to explain the difference between both personality type, right? So obviously I'm very on also 60% types or so on. I'm a debate guy, right? So I'm in that personality type, and then I'm meeting someone else that is probably like a Sentinel or Guard. It's a very, very different personality type, right? Because usually head of the jobs are very, very different. So it's a clash right there, and as I am incredibly open-minded, I really am. I'm almost and if you look at personality type and, you know, and behavior and so on, I'm almost 100% open-minded. So, and I'm meeting someone that's usually very close-minded, right, in that kind of work environment. It's very interesting that too, because just that personality clash, it's so big, it's so grand, right, that you're talking to them, they're probably not gonna be interested to listen to you, right? Mixer of that they are too much status quo and they're open-minded, so they won't talk to you. So it's you get a weird feeling when you talk to someone and they're like, oh, neither do they understand me, nor are they trying to understand me, right? So you get like a weird feel to it there. So anyway, at that situation, it's very, very common, right? So I experienced that a lot in my life isn't there. But of course, I have also experienced this thing as Machi is talking about here, right? Where you have a character, or a character in you can say, but you have a person, right? So even if they have friends and so on, I should say it's clear, but for us as the viewer, it's pretty clear, right? That he might have a lot of friends, or whatever, his family is so my family, right? But no one actually like understands him, you know. No one actually understands what he's going through, right? And think about it, he's kind of opened up to his new friend, right? It's big more than his family is basically for the whole season, right? And so on. So I think her point is very good there because it's a very common thing, as I explained there, but I meet other people in a very different field of work. It is very, very common, but I think that generally, right, when you live your life, you can have this situation where you have people that are quite, let's call it like misunderstood perhaps, right? Maybe something like that, right? You have someone that is very, like, they have all his friends, but no one actually understands who they are. So I can give another example of that, and I'm talking about myself a lot here now, but for example, a company I worked for last year, so it meant a lot of business with me here, but I worked for a place for I worked for that probably I guess about 2.5 years. I worked full time in this company, I guess 2 years, I guess. It's consulting for them before that, and they really made me, they really made me angry afterwards working there, because then they did this. I got too much detail here, but basically they did this stuff afterwards, right? That pissed me off a lot, because it's like, why are you doing this thing? Like, how do you think I'm gonna fall for that, so to speak? So what I mean is that because let me explain why. Because I worked with them they knew me for over 2 years, and then they're trying to do X thing to me or whatever, right? And I won't detail here, but basically, and I'm just like, man, I'm not gonna fall for X thing, and you should know that, right? So I'm always more. But it means that I'm more insulted, honestly, that you think that X will work on me than you're actually doing X, because you have known me for 2 years. So you should know that I'm very, very skilled in these things. You can't just trick me with that stuff, right? So in that sense, that kind of moment, you actually do feel that lonely, right? Because then, I mean, it was obvious to me before this, because I know that people are complete incompetent asshats, so to speak. But anyway, I digress. My point is that there's like a huge lonely feeling, because I worked with people, right? 2 years, full time, next day, 4 hours a week, right? And it's clear to me, not just at that moment, but for a long time, but especially that moment, that even after these 2 years, they have not understood anything I can do, right? They have not listened to me, they haven't understood me, because then they would know that they can't do X thing right, so to speak, because they will know it won't work with me, right? It's kind of like, picture being, I don't know, you're fire immune, Pokemon style, you're poison immune, it's still Pokemon. And it's like, we've been spending time for 2 years now, and every day, you have seen me be immune to this poison attack, right? And suddenly now, 2 years, you're still trying to poison me. Like, you can't poison me. Like, you saw me being immune to these other attacks for 2 years. Like, why do you think it's worth for you do it? Like, it's kind of like that. You're like, so you never actually watched me fight. You sat next to me 2 years. You never actually, we had lunch together or so on every day for like 2 years basically. You never actually saw, you never understood, whatever. But my point is that gives you the huge lonely feeling, right? Because you can absolutely spend 2 or more years with someone, right? And it's clear to you that they actually doesn't know anything about it. They don't know your strength, they don't know your weaknesses. Of course, to some extent, you could hide that, right, on purpose, right, or so on. Which is, I think, makes sense sometimes, right? You don't trust people, so you don't want to show them stuff. Yeah. So then you're still kind of lonely, I guess, because you're not opening up. But it depends, right? That might be a little more on purpose. But it's definitely true that you can have a life where you have, which is Yuki then, right? She says he has all his friends, but no one really gets him. So he feels lonely and alienated, right? Because even though he has all these, basically his family primarily, no one really actually gets how he thinks and so on, right? So even if he spends all time with them, they don't actually understand his, I don't know, part of his core personality, when I say it. To some extent, though, I do think you shouldn't say it too much. I think it would be a little harsh to the characters. I do think in this anime, though, even though I explain kind of, generally that, I hope I explain the kind of feeling, right, where you spend a lot of time with someone and you still notice that they don't even understand it, right? And it's a weird, it's sad, but it's also a weird feeling when you experience that. Well, you know me for like 5 years and you still think you can do this thing, or yeah, you still, it's kind of like, let's say some simple example. Okay, so let's say you don't eat meat, you don't drink milk, you don't drink milk, not like milk, right? And you grew up, right? You live in your household, right, with your mother, your father, and so on, your sisters, whatever, right? And you don't drink milk, you hate milk, okay? And then you're coming back home, right, after college, right? And your mom's like, do you want like a glass of milk? And not because you have to do it, but I mean generally, you're just sitting at home at Christmas or whatever, right? And your mom is like, does someone want more milk? And she goes to you, do you want some milk, right? That, in a sense, feels rude, right? Even though your mom is just, I'm just gonna ask everyone, because I'm asking everyone, you in your mind, you might think that, but mom, I don't like milk. I never liked milk for 20 years. Why would I like milk now, right? And mom's like, I just want to ask people, yeah. And that makes you feel lonely, right? Because in that feeling, it feels like your mom, right, hasn't actually ever listened to you saying no to milk, right, for, all these years, right? Always talking about experience. My mom is, she's not that bad at that. Actually, my mom was pretty good at that. Like, if I said no to something, some food or whatever, right, for many years, she stopped asking me. Yeah, she's pretty good at that after a while, I guess. But I think that's also kind of lonely feeling of you, like, why you never listening to me? So I think a lot of people have to feel, especially with their family members, right? Because you can have family members and you're like, oh, but you still never cared about what I said over these years, right? But whatever, yeah. So I don't want to be too harsh on the other characters in his family and so on, especially of course Toru. I think they actually do get him pretty well. But she is right, though, that they don't really get him, and he feels that. But I think also, in a sense, it has to be that way, right? I think Yuki, though, is a little too much, reflective, and he's a little depressed over that stuff and how he acts so on. So I do think that he's also taking it on himself a little too much, right? That he's also like, he could explain to them, but he doesn't explain to them. See what I mean, right? He could actually explain to them how he feels, and he just doesn't. So it's like, because he's like shy and so on. So you can't just So to be fair, of course his life isn't like perfect, but you can't also not just blame everyone around him, right? In his case, I think it's fair to say it's also his own fault to some extent, right? Of course, we know his sad backstories. I won't say that. He's, oh yeah, but you know what I mean. You can't. I don't want to say that. Oh, it's Kyo, it's Shisho, it's Sugara. Yeah, you're all bad. Yeah, Kisa, Toru, you're all mean to him. Yeah, that's not it either. That's not it either. Like it's not that they're doing it on purpose, right? I mean, some of them might be, but yeah, not all of them. So it's a different thing there, but. But anyway, yeah, that's the whole. Actually, into topic. I think into topic, right? The loneliness of, like you're not lonely physically because you actually have people around you, but you feel very lonely because no one understands you, right? So you still feel quite empty and lonely anyway. I think the interesting issue, right? But anyway, yeah, whatever. Let's go to the fun part, right? So we had, of course, Cinderella. We had, of course, the Cinderella part, which was, of course, super fun. Yeah, we had the Cinderella part and it was fun and it was awkward and I want to eat my meat and I want to make like a meat store and my sister are gonna be rich on my meat stuff and I want a man to take care of me. Like, what is this? I love, of course, when U is like, you should not say no to love, I never met my love again. I was like, okay, she's talking about herself clearly. I want to see onee-chan, of course, be happy. My freaking favorite best girl. So I want to see onee-chan, of course, having some smile, right? Yeah, I want to see onee-chan, of course, getting into a smile at the end, definitely. But yeah, Cinderella part, which is pretty fun. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, yeah, okay. It of course builds up that she likes, Kyo, and obviously he loves her. Like that's clear. So it was really cute. But otherwise, the Cinderella part was just really funny. Yeah, it was really funny, right? It was a really funny episode. One of the funny episodes, I would say. Just all awkwardness and the whole Cinderella-ish. Yeah. And but my favorite part, I would say, of the Cinderella part is probably how, of course, the narrator keeps being like, and he loved her. Like, I don't love her. And he loved her. Do love her. Yeah, it's like, and he took her out on a date. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You went her out. I love the part when the narrator was like, and he asked her out on a dance, and she did this thing. Like, no, he didn't. Like, and then he walked over, like, he kept forcing him to, because it's interesting how he actually didn't play the role. Like he didn't play this. He didn't play the prince. He just sat there being angry, and the narrator was like, "Did this happen?" Like, no, it didn't happen. It did happen. So it was like, why did you even act? Just have the poor narrator just explain the story instead. No, but it was a pretty good episode. Obviously, this thing, not to be fair, I have seen way better teach play, like, Isekai Quartet, Ram. No, but I've seen some other ones that are crazy. One of my favorites is Nisekoi. Nisekoi is crazy. Nisekoi, this is, they also like Cinderella or something like that, but it's a weird scene where, I won't spoil it too much, one of the girls is like, I wanna be with you, and she's very, very thirsty. And then Mokubashin, yeah, the main character, Beansprout, he's Mokubashin, yeah, he basically is like, he's like, what, you're my sister, so he's playing his sister, right, in the role, right? And she's like, I don't care, I still want you. So that's probably my favorite part of this weird school teacher. But yeah, basically, right, one of the girls in his harem, right, likes him at the harem, the rom-com, right, and yeah, in their theater then, which I think is Cinderella, or it's like, it's either Cinderella or is it like one of the older classic Disney movies, yeah. And of course she's like, I don't care if I'm playing your sister, let's do it, brother. It's like, that's probably my number one favorite school theater play in anime. It's so stupid scene where she's like, Nissan. It's like, oh my god, she's crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't care. But yeah, I mean, the classic anime, right? They have theater play. There's so many other animes too, and they're almost always played for laughs. Yeah, I almost never seen an anime where they do this school play, right? And it's not like a comedy. It's always like, oh, we have to rewrite, this old tale, and it's like, but instead of having a love story, it's gonna be a war, or it's like, oh, it's gonna be 3 girls playing the main girl at the same time or something, and they're always doing that. Yeah, leave a comment below. Have you ever seen a school anime where they play it straight? Where they actually have the actual play and they just act like they should? I mean, it should be some love romance, right? Where the character can be, in love or engaged or whatever, right? With each other. But I think it's very, very rare to find a school anime where they do a school setting teacher play, right? and they actually just play the storyline. It's always like, oh, this guy wants to have a meat store and so on. Yeah, it's almost cliche in that sense that you can never actually just perform and do like a normal school play, right? It's always like, oh yeah, but then this thing happens, and then her evil brother appears. Like, this is nice. It's not always something like that. But whatever, that's for best, guys. Press like button, subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow with, of course, Black Clover. I think it's a new filler arc there, new opening, so on. Last week, that's really cool. And I will see you guys and have a great day.